Welcome to my worst nightmare to spectate. No, it's not actually that bad. The trees are a bit annoying, a little bit in the way, but it shouldn't be that bad. We have the SBQI here controlled by Nakal. I believe this is a 31k battle map as well for Rome Total War. Yes, and it's also a 4v4. You know what? Welcome to a 4v4 Rome Total War 30k tournament. And let's just get into this. So over here, as Mars, we've got the Greek city-states, Cretan archers, Spartans, a few armoured hoplites as well dotted around, and missile cavalry. Back here, as Parthia, we've got Mantu, with his cataphracts, some hillmen hidden in there, and archers. Yeah, very non-infantry army Parthia usually goes for. And over here, the fourth member of the 4v4, we have the Scipii, urban cohorts and heavy Praetorian cavalry, controlled by Spartan commander. On the other side, we're going to have Scythia and the Julii and Macedon and Carthage. Hopefully they fight more in this part of the map here. Yeah, that would be very beneficial for me, because if they're fighting in the trees, I'm not going to be able to see anything. Yeah, just completed my Duolingo for the day. Oh, the battle started. Ah, it's an advert. Ah! Okay, so who... Ah! There we go, my 982 day streak. Excellent. Perfect, okay, I can put that to the side now. I got to do something whilst waiting for the players to get set up. Nothing started yet. Oh god, the battle's begun. Okay, no, we're good. A bit of a skirmish with the missile cav of Parthia versus Scythia. As Scythia, we've got Vicox, however you pronounce that. Over here as Macedon, we have Pompey. As Carthage, we have Barclayman, and I think the Scipii are meant to be somewhere, hiding in the trees probably, because I can't see a thing in these stupid trees. Oh god, this is awful. No, so who's the other player? Because it's a 4v4. We got Scythia, Macedon. Okay, now the Scipii are on the other side. Okay. What is going on? I swear there was another one. Who was the other one over way back here? It's SBQI, Greeks, Scipii and Parthia versus Scythia, Macedon and Carthage. Unless there's two Macedonian armies. No, it doesn't look like it. Is there a missing army somewhere? I'm so confused. Maybe it's a 4v3. Yeah, it might just be a 4v3 this battle. An army's not already been destroyed whilst I was distracted before anyone comments that. Where's this missing army? I'm going to assume for the time being it's a 4v3. Ah, here we go, the Julii. They'll be hiding in the trees, aren't they? Yeah. And you can always see the general. The general cannot camouflage. So it's the Julii controlled by Fez and John. 8-1. There we go. Now it makes more sense. It is a 4v4. Good. And I've got to zoom all the way over here to see what Scythia's doing. They're the only ones fighting right now. They've got their archers, they've got their missile cavalry. They're just doing a bit of skirmishing, really. I think they charged the Cretans in melee there. Yeah, but the Parthian cataphracts warded them off. And is it just some basic, yeah, the hunting maidens? They've got their axes. Not missile cavalry, though. But it's something to just, like, hit the archers, then just, you know, do little skirmishes here and there. And the lag just is horrible here. The game is struggling to handle this one. Just so many units on the field. They've broken the Cretans. Oh, not broken them, but they're scaring them off. We've got to be careful though of the Parthian missile cavalry back there shooting at them. Yeah, they're definitely getting a good few kills. And the Cretans can shoot at them as well, but it looks like they've got lucky with an engagement over here with their maidens actually engaging the missile cavalry in combat. Yeah, so that's going to break them. If I can do that with the other one, that puts them in a very strong position on this side of the flank. And these guys slowly just hunting down these Cretan archers. They should easily be able to do that. The Parthians sending a lot of cataphracts over here to try and ward them off. But I think it's too late. I think the damage has been done. There's other Scythians around here like the archers as well, getting a few shots in. This is where the main armies are though. We've got the Julii marching in here to also help out. Thankfully fighting in open space. If it was all trees, I just would not record it. I was very worried when I loaded into the battlefield and it's like, this is what I saw. But no, luckily there is open space. Yeah, and the other main armies, the infantry, they're all forming up there, getting ready for the main battle. The Scipii and the Greeks are making their way there too. The Parthians really, really committing to chasing off these Scythians here. Yeah, they're sending basically all of their cavalry to chase down these guys. I think it's a little overkill. I think, yeah, you got to send maybe 2 per cav unit, so they've got 3, maybe 6. But I think they're sending far too many. And they've even got their infantry somewhat nearby as well. Not infantry, sorry. Yeah, infantry. Infantry for hillmen. Wow, they've actually got quite a lot of hillmen. Shame they're absolute trash. Covered by the Cretan archers of the Greeks as well, who are in loose formation helping out. But of course, naturally, this is the main battle we're waiting for here, the infantry clash. And we've got another battle afterwards as well. One a lot shorter than this one because this one is a long battle. One of the longest I've seen in a very long time. They're currently in loose formation just to make sure that they don't get hit by any stray arrows. I think that's the right move, and same with the Julii here as well. Loose formation on the front, so they are all ready for that. Meanwhile, Scythia, you know what, just give up on it. Pull back over here to the main force. Pull back, and then just, you know, you do your Scythia thing once the main battle has begun. That's what I believe. I think that's what they should do. The Scipii cavalry charging through here, catching the Scythians off guard. Yeah, that's what I mean. You don't really want all your troops over here because when anyone starts to seriously commit to you, then you're in a bit of a trouble spot. Although I think it was actually a trap. Yeah, that was to tempt the Scipii over here, and then the Julii cavalry hiding in the trees can charge in and charge them in the back. But now the Parthians were somewhat prepared for that, and now they're bringing their cavalry in to ward off the Julii. So yeah, the trap really didn't work well for them, and now these guys are stuck. They're about to get hit by the cataphracts. So yeah, okay, now they're pulling back. But they're going to lose men on the retreat as well, and as the cataphracts charge, yeah, they're going to break that unit there. They're going to absolutely massacre those guys. This unit here is only walking, so they're about to get caught off guard as well. Okay, they were lucky. They started running at the right time. The Carthaginians coming over with some pikemen to help out. It was a nice move by the Julii, sacrificing a barbarian peasant unit to get a few free kills on the Scipii, but it became an absolute mess because of the Parthians. Those cataphracts just were too deadly. Yeah, so that's shame for the Julii that happened, but oh well. So they've had to back themselves up a little bit further, as they were getting a bit worried there. It's the Parthians on the flank that I think is scaring them mostly. But they've got their Sacred Band of Carthage somewhat nearby. They're pushing forwards now to put pressure onto these archers. The archers getting some nice shots in, but at the end of the day they're shooting into loose formation troops. It's not going to do that much. What's happening over here? So yeah, they've got a few reserves as well. It looks like infantry advantage goes to this side so far, the Macedonian side. But then again, you know, you got to factor in all the cavalry and everything like that, which I think it's safe to say Parthia definitely has the advantage in over here, coming in on the flank there. Scythia just doesn't really seem to have that much on the battlefield. Yeah, they've got some loose cavalry back here, but yeah, apart from that, they don't seem to have much. Okay, they've got some more cav over here, at least. Okay, so that's somewhat helpful. And the cavalry charging through, just taking out those Scythians there. I don't know what the purpose is of these Scythians having the peasants there. I don't know what they do exactly now. Having them here to slow them down so you can get more peeler in, that does make sense, but having them this far forwards when you can't fire any missiles into them, I don't know, it doesn't make that much sense to me really, which is unfortunate. It does feel like just a waste of some units. The infantry are starting to line up on both sides now. They're getting ready. The push is gonna come. It's been a long one so far. They've been playing for like, must have been 30 minutes already at this point, and this is how far they've got. They've not even really started the battle yet. But I'm sure they will do eventually. Still, the infantry just facing off each other, but the Scythians are making a charge now. onto the Stipiae. The Parthians were hiding in the trees for a second, but they all knew they were there, so I don't think it's going to catch them by surprise that much. And yeah, the Julii cavalry coming in as well to help out here, and yeah, they could quite easily cut off and surround some of these Stipiae cavalry units here and get a lot of kills before the Parthians can arrive. Yeah, this could do a lot of damage, and look at that, the Stipiae cavalry get completely destroyed there. That was an excellent manoeuvre. They're getting ready as well with the cavalry. They're going to take out these Cretans. They're not going to stand a chance. There's just quite a big opening now. You can see they're a bit messed up. Their Spartans are having to come to try and reinforce. One Stipiae cav got out of it, it seems, but that's not going to do much in the grand scheme of things anymore. That was a disastrous blow for the Stipiae. Meanwhile, the infantry still facing each other down. Okay, now I see the advantage of the Scythian cavalry. Yeah, they did a very good job there, and now they can continue to just run down the infantry, run down the archers that were just on the flank. They do, however, still have to be very concerned here about the Parthian cavalry, and the hillmen, obviously. You got to be concerned about the hillmen as well. Ooh. Is Macedon bringing the cavalry in? Yeah, I think so. And then, yeah, they're running out of there. They don't want to have to deal with the cavalry. The companions come in, they get a few kills, a few losses as well, and then they're going to retreat back to safety, avoiding the peeler there. The peeler hits the archer. Yeah, I like that move. But now you've got to be careful, because you've got your pikemen here. They're in loose formation still. That was some nice flanking cavalry. You know, I don't think pikemen work that well at all in loose formation. You really need them tight formation, close together, phalanxes down. Right, there we go. They're starting to do it now. But it's a bit too late. They're not going to get the phalanxes down right. Yeah, I think that was... I don't want to call it a mistake by the Macedon player, because these guys know a lot more about the game than I do, and it did clearly work out for them there. They broke the urbans. But I still think they could have done it better with fewer kills, with fewer losses, if they'd been in tighter formation earlier. I know it protects you against the peeler and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's like their strength is tight formation. Oh wow, you can be in loose formation and put phalanxes down. I did not know that was a thing. Interesting. I doubt it's anywhere near as strong. But that's interesting, I never actually knew that. I'm curious to see how that plays out. Meanwhile, the cavalry still on the flanks over here in the trees. I think they want to fight each other. They don't like... Neither side likes that the other one has cavalry on the flank like this, but... Yeah, I don't think we're going to see anything anytime soon. And meanwhile, over here, both sides still do have some cavalry of their own, but it's nowhere near what we see on the right flank of the battlefield over here. Testudos are being formed right next to each other, both sides tempting the other to try and throw their peeler in. They're moving forwards like a wall of shields against the phalanxes, and I think this is how you deal with phalanxes, isn't it, as Romans? Yeah, you just like push through as the Testudo, and that's how you break their phalanx. They're having to pull back because of this, pulling back to the other Macedonians, pulling back to the general and the Carthaginian sacred band. They've got other Romans nearby as well that can help out. Ooh, I don't know who's going to win this battle. I think it's very fair so far. It feels very 50-50 even right now. Wow, the game has been going on for so long. That's about 80% of it covered, pretty much. And we're still nowhere. The infantry still haven't really engaged yet. Big cav charge, okay, onto the Testudos there. They should get a lot of kills. Oh, they just like splatter out of it. I love that. This unit needs to be careful though, they could get flanked. And yeah, I don't think the cavalry got any losses there, but they got a good charge in, and they broke them out of Testudo formation. Now, these guys need to put their spears down. Spears down. Come on, hoplites. You could have poked him up the bum there. Ah, oh, shame. Okay, the cavalry are charging into the trees as well. Not where you really want your cavalry. You'll probably prefer them on open terrain. And they're charging the hillmen as well. This was a mistake. I think by the Scythians and the Julii here, they should not have charged this. They should not have charged into the forest like this, knowing there's hillmen in here as spearmen who are invisible. You can't see where the hillmen are. And as we can see, Scythia is getting absolutely routed here. They should have fought this more in the open to help them avoid the hillmen. But no, now they're all about to get butchered, I think. The Julii still have cavalry over here. Yeah, I mean, if you avoid the hillmen, it works, as we can see with the Julii here. But for the Scythians, they're very unfortunate. They're basically out of the game at this point. Meanwhile, the main infantry battle is taking place. That's very good for the Parthians though. So now, once all the infantry get locked in, they can just swoop in through all of this and just wipe out everything in their path. Cavalry is so important in this game. And yeah, the infantry here, the Macedonians are trying to fight. They've got the Carthaginians nearby. The Julii cannot really do anything right now. They're just a little stuck there. The Scipii pushing forwards against the Carthaginians, but Carthage, they can't have all of their forces here. They need a lot of troops in reserve now, a lot of their spearmen in the back to prepare for their cavalry, which really weakens their front, and they're getting destroyed by the javelins. The peelers coming through, it's wiping them out. Ooh, oh no. Okay, so the Julii are pushing. They're pushing onto this Testudo. I think they're starting to think, this battle's going downhill. It's now or never. I need to make a move. I think that's their thought process right now. But that can sometimes force players to rush things, which can cause more problems later down the line. The Julii, they've been able to pull out of trees. Yeah, but they got slaughtered in that. Mostly the Scythians got slaughtered, as you can see, but the Julii still took plenty of hits there, and yeah, they were right to pull out of that. They do not have the numbers anymore to deal with those Parthian cavalry. They should never have charged in the first place. They should have waited here. If the Parthians want to come out of the trees, okay, then engage them. If not, then just do some little flanks here and there. Imagine if you had all of those Scythians still, right now. All of these units get engaged with these Sacred Band, and then you just charge them into the backs of those. Or bring them round here, and you charge them into all of this. Imagine the damage you could do, but nah. Instead, they threw them all away into the forest. Meanwhile, over here, the SPQR have some cavalry, which they are somewhat prepared for, with these pikemen. But overall, I think it's going to go to the side of the SPQR after seeing that massacre there. The Julii, yeah, the Julii are breaking. Everyone's still got their general alive, thankfully. Carthage trying to come in here on the flank, but I don't think it's going to work for them. Fighting urban cohorts, I think they're going to get butchered there. They can get some reinforcements in there soon, but their flank is open to a possible cavalry charge, which they constantly need to be double checking. And I think the Scipii just have more and better troops over here, with help of Spartans as well, which are also difficult to break. I don't know what the Carthaginians really expect to do here. They are getting kills, to be fair. They are able to get them in the side, which is good for them. That's a load of free, easy kills, because they don't have their shields up. But once these Spartans come in, yeah, you can see them moving around, they're getting ready for it. And they know they don't have to watch their flank, because they've got the Parthians to do that for them. They put their phalanxes down, they charge in here, and they're gonna butcher those Carthaginians. Yeah, instant break. That was instantaneous. So now all the Spartans need to do, same again on the next one, break them, same again on the next one, break them. And yeah, at this point all of these guys run the risk of being surrounded. We're about to see another Carthaginian unit break. They are wavering, distraught over the number of enemies. And the Scipii all charging at that point as well. They know their moment. And there we go. Another one's drawn, another one's drawn. These guys are about to break next. The Peel are coming as well. Getting a load of kills in the backs of those. Excellent, excellent. I really like how this side is playing it. But they've still got to deal with all these Macedonians. There's a lot of pikemen to deal with. A lot of royal pikemen here, which are going to be a big problem. Random Testudo in the middle of the battle. The SPQI charge their cavalry in. I don't think this was the move. There's hoplites nearby which will easily slaughter them. I'd prefer the cavalry used on the flank, in my opinion. Yeah, you're just losing a load of cavalry now though, and is it really worth it, the kills that you're getting, when you could have used them instead to flank round here and to charge round this way? Yeah, I think that was a big mistake, and we can see them all breaking now. They fell apart. That was a big loss of cavalry. Unfortunate. Wrong move by the SBQR, that, I think. I think they were a little too ahead of themselves there. Overall, I still think it is in their favour. The Carthaginians trying to hold here, but you can see them surrounding them. It's like they're about to hit the Julii in the back now, the Scipii coming in to hit the Julii. The Greeks are pushing on them as well. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 units break. That's going to force that one to break any second now. Yep, and then these two are going to go next. Once some of these Scipii get a bit deeper in there, that one's breaking. The general of the Julii is nearby as well. He could get killed at any moment. The Carthaginian general's also on the front. The Parthians are coming in now. I think, was that the Greek general? Ooh, yeah, that was unfortunate. The Greeks lost their general. Okay, that's actually kind of bad for them. Like, they've got Spartans who are disciplined, but... yeah, ooh, that's a rough one to take there. That's going to really hurt their morale. And it's Rome 1, so it is a game about morale. As I was going to say, the Parthians just cutting down these Scythians now, and they're going to completely control the flank and be able to surround them. If they still had that SBQI cavalry, imagine what those could be doing right now. Preventing this flank, but no. Instead, the SBQI are getting surrounded here with the Greeks. Another general died. I'm assuming a Carthaginian general. The Julii have completely routed there. The Macedonians are still fighting. One player has given up at this point. Scythia is completely being routed by Parthia. Julii are gone. It's just these Macedonians left at this point. And a couple of cavalry, but yeah, I think it's over for them. I don't think they can hold on much longer, especially once the Scipii get in here and start surrounding them. And then the cavalry come in as well. They've got to deal with the cavalry. They're having one final cavalry charge, and it's a very good one. It breaks the Greeks, it breaks the Parthians. That was a good cavalry charge there. But it's too little too late. The Greeks, for the most part, are going to hold. The Scipii are charging in now, into the flank. You've still got that Parthian cataphract army to deal with. And there's quite a lot of them there. They're taking some hits though, due to the Carthaginians being here. Yeah, the Parthian player needs to wake up and notice this and pull out of there. But again, I think it's too late. There's still just far too many forces dotted around. And Macedon is not going to be able to deal with it. One of their units is breaking. This one's surrounded. This one's about to break at any moment. They're doing well with their cavalry charges, but they're pretty much out of cavalry at this point. Yeah, 10 on that one, 5 on that one, and then all their cavalry break. They're still surrounded over here, and Macedon gets routed. There we go. Still the general's holding, but he doesn't have that long. He's about to go. That unit's broken now, the general's broken now, and with that, well done to the SBQR, the Greeks, the Scipii, and the Parthians. I think it was clear, ever since that cav charge into the trees, that they were going to win, I think. Just that cavalry domination there at the end, I think that had pretty much won it for them. But well done to the other team as well. Scythia definitely had some interesting moves over there at the start of the battle. Macedon put up a really good fight. But yeah, anyway, check out the OBG Discord, linked down below, to take part in tournaments and events like this. We still have another battle to cover. That was a long one though, so I've got to go get a drink. There we go, loads of kills there, 1,882 on the SBQR. Of course that factors in them running them down as well. Yeah, the Julii not getting that many kills there. The Parthians getting a lot of kills, but I think Parthia could have done a lot more if they charged their cavalry out a little earlier. What got the most kills here? Ooh, Praetorian Cavalry, 349 kills on that unit, very nice. And now we got the next battle. Is it the same map? Yeah, same map, but a lot shorter this time, almost a third of the length, which is perfect for me. Nakal is now playing as for Brutii, Cormac the Cruel as for Julii. We got the Parthians yet again, played by JGP over here. It looks like a cataphract army as usual, and we've got another army back here as well. What's this one going to be? Where are they? Is it Gaul? Yeah, Gaul, a weird choice. I don't think we've seen Gaul. Chosen Swordsman. This file, by the way, is called Chosen Swordsman. So yeah, I'm guessing there's just a load of Chosen Swordsmen. I only see about 3 of them though. Where are all the other Gauls? Weird. Okay, maybe they're camouflaged in the trees. Yeah, it looks like they're camouflaged in the trees. Although I thought I would be able to see them because I'm on their side. I'm spectating as their ally. So yeah, that's a bit odd. And on the other side of the battle here, we have the SPQR under Spartan Commander. Do we have an army over here somewhere? I think we've got more troops hiding in the trees back there. We've got another SPQR army. Okay, so no troops in those trees then. So it's SPQR by Spartan Commander. Is this the British? Oh, the British with their chariots. Under the command of Fez and John. And then the other SPQR army is under Stem 8. And the Seleucid Empire in this one as well, under the command of Pompey, with his cataphracts as well, looking really nice there. So yeah, they're gonna probably meet around here. Yeah, and hopefully we get a battle that avoids the trees. Yeah, because I don't like the tree combat. I just can't really see anything. Do the Gauls really have like a massive army of chosen swordsmen? They've got archers. Gallic archers are really good. They've got the range. I think they're equal to Cretan archers, but a lot of people don't really see that. I think they're like a really underrated unit or something. Do they have the range of Cretan archers? I think so, if I'm remembering right. So yeah, they're all going to gather up in this open space. The SPQR army over here is charging forwards. They've got some light auxiliary with them. Interesting, but mostly pushing forwards with their urbans. They've got to be careful, they don't want to get themselves surrounded. Yeah, because if you detach yourself from the main force by that much, you do risk the chance of being attacked early, surrounded and completely butchered. But luckily, they've got their cavalry nearby. And yeah, look, the archers, they're able to reach from all the way back there, I think. Yeah, the SPQR are having to pull back. Yeah, they realised they're probably overextended a bit. Pull back, join up with the main force, and hopefully we see just 2 big infantry armies collide. Okay, the SPQR here have been somewhat caught off guard, out of formation. The urban cohorts charge in loose formation here, absorb the peeler. A load of peeler going back and forth. The SPQR are breaking with their light auxiliary, but that's expected. They're pulling back, they're facing the other way, and the javelins come in and get a load of kills on them. Oh, the SPQR are not in a strong position right now. The Brutii are here to help out the Julii as well. Yeah, I think this was the right move by the Julii, just really pushing in there and taking that risk whilst they're divided, doing a divide and conquer type of move. And they're going to continue to push them down and chase them back to the main force. That was a big loss there by the Scipii, and you can see, not the Scipii, the SPQR, and you can see a load of their dead troops facing the other way as they tried to flee. Now I am worried though that the Julii may be overextending. Yeah, because now you've got a lot of cavalry to deal with. You've got the cataphracts here, you've got the Seleucid Empire here. It could go bad for them. They've got the Parthians at the back though to reinforce them. If the cataphracts do charge, then it's cataphracts on cataphracts, so it should be alright. But it is risky. I would personally have held back at this point. That first charge was good, but now start to pull back a bit. Make sure you've got the other cavalry nearby. Make sure you've got the Gauls nearby as well. But it seems like everyone's coming over to this point now. It's been decided by the SPQR and the Julii. It seems that battle is going to be fought here and probably decided here. Is that chariots? Yes, we've got chariots. Okay, British chariots coming in. Are the Scythe chariots as well? Yeah, Scythe don't... Yeah, they are Scythed. I don't know if they're going to do any damage to the cataphracts. So, ooh, they took out his legs at least. Yeah, and that one's charging in, but they're going to get butchered by the cataphracts. Yeah, you want to be charging infantry with these chariots. Like, heavily armoured horsemen is not really what you want to go for. And I love seeing the wheels just continue to roll a bit. The Julii pushing into the trees now for a bit extra cover, and then we can hit the SPQR on the flank there. Loads of arrows coming through. The other SPQR army is getting ready to charge in, and I've got to deal with a charge from the Parthian peasants here going into the urban cohorts and getting completely butchered. What's the point in that? I guess it's to try and tempt them to throw their peeler or something, if they've accidentally got fire at will on, or something like that. And yeah, the SBQ are really having to pull back now, but this is what I mean by the Julii getting surrounded. If this cav charges now, with the help of the British infantry here, they could really put a lot of pressure on the Julii, attacking from multiple different directions. The Parthian cavalry is nearby to help out, but still the Julii could be about to get wiped out potentially. This could get very ugly. The Seleucid Empire is pushing forwards, and yeah, the SBQR's charging in. If the cavalry comes in as well, it could get ugly. They've engaged over here. They're putting a lot of pressure on the Julii, but they have lost a lot of men as well, so they have a weaker force. Random Brutii Testudo formation here, messing up the Seleucid phalanxes. Meanwhile, they're retreating behind the cavalry. They've got the Parthian missile cavalry here as well. The Gauls are nearby. The battle's a bit of a mess. It's difficult to see who is who and who's on whose side because of all the different colours, but I'm trying my best here. The cavalry's, yeah, they've got to be getting ready for a charge now, don't they? Surely. Either way, they still have to be worried about the Parthians there. And now the British come in, the head hurlers. Surely you'd want to use them as a missile unit. They're using them just in melee, and the Romans are breaking, the Eagle units breaking. Here we go. This is what I was talking about. When the cavalry comes in, that's when the Julii get melted. And as we can see, that's 4 of their units breaking, 5. The Parthian cavalry was very slow to respond there. That's another Julii gone. Just accept the Julii are gone at this point. The Parthians were too slow to react. It's all about to fall apart for the Julii. Meanwhile, the Seleucids are pushing forwards against the Brutii and the Gauls. But the Brutii are about to get completely massacred. Their generals in all of this as well. The Parthians cannot get good charges with their cataphracts, which means they're about to get flanked. And they're probably going to lose a lot of cataphracts now, because they just cannot get any good charges in. Oh, it's not looking good for Team Julii, Parthia, etc. More units are breaking. Yeah, I did call it. I said they overextended, and this is what we're now seeing. And the Parthians are having to retreat from this. They just have to leave the Brutii to their own fate. The Brutii cavalry come in here to try and counter the other SBQI cavalry charge. Yeah, good thing the Brutii got in there. If they didn't, that would have been devastating, because the Julii would have been completely finished. But now the cataphracts come into this as well. The SBQR are here. Can the Brutii cavalry hold their charge? Can they do it, or is it all about to crumble? It's just a load of cavalry. This is going to be decided completely by cavalry, I think. And the Seleucid Empire is the one to pull out here. They chickened out first. The Brutii somehow held their position. That saved the Julii formation here. Can the Parthians now charge back into this? Meanwhile, of course, action is happening here, but for the most part, both sides are giving up and charging this way. It's as I said, the Julii and the SBQR have decided the battle is being fought here, and now everyone has to bring their units over here to try and either destroy the Julii whilst they're so much in the open, or try and save them in the Gauls' case and the Brutii's case. I would personally have just left the Julii at that point, but I think they have made the right move to throw their troops in here. Chariots are coming in as well now, but I don't think chariots are going to do that much against urban cohorts. I think the urban cohorts are disciplined enough to hold together. That being said, they instantly rout, so never mind. And the Julii are now completely collapsing. Yeah, the Julii are out of the battle. That is them done. And it appears the Brutii are pretty much out of the battle as well. They've got some units dotted around, but they lost so many cavalry in there trying to destroy the SBQR. So now it's Gaul and Parthia versus the Seleucid Empire and the SBQR really. Everyone else is basically out of it. Yeah, you got these British head hurlers here, but what are they really gonna do? The chariots come in for Britain against the Gauls. Yeah, chariots can do a lot of damage, I bet, against chosen swordsmen. It all depends. How are the chosen swordsmen able to hold out against this? And it seems like they They did a very good job there at killing those chariots. Okay, well done for them. Well done to them. I don't know where those Cataphracts are charging. They're on the same team as Gaul, so I don't know what the plan there was. And the Seleucid Empire getting ready to charge in here with the SBQR. Gaul, you need to get your formation back in check. Parthia, pull your cavalry back, and then get ready for another big charge into the side of these Cataphracts. It's a very close one. This is, I talked before, sometimes you want battles down to the wire, sometimes you want them to be a big massacre. The last one fell into the massacre category. This one I think is coming down to the wire. It's going to be a close one. I do not know who's going to win this, and there's really not that long left of this battle. Yeah, Gaul pulling back a bit, getting into a better formation. Their archers are firing, and now the SBQR is going to try and charge the Gauls here. They've got all of their legions coming, they've got the hoplites in the back, but you've got to factor in these Cataphracts and how much damage they can do. Here we go, this is the big one. The big final charge of the Cataphracts which decides it. But they've got to deal with the pikemen as well, the Seleucid pikemen. Did the charge do enough? I don't think it did enough. Is Gaul gonna break? Is the SBQR gonna break? Which general's gonna die first? The British are coming in with what they've got left as well. Who's gonna break first? The Parthian general. The Parthian general is fleeing from the field. That's not a good sign. SBQR cavalry coming from the other flank. The Brutii have some more troops here, but so do the SBQR to try and counter them. The SBQR are actually starting to break. Or one of the SBQR armies, there are technically two. The British are breaking, which means the Gauls are holding. The Brutii are here, the Gauls are holding, the Parthians are holding despite a fleeing general, and despite them fighting the pikemen. The Brutii are here, stopping the other SBQR army getting their reinforcements in. The head hurlers are meant to hurt morale, but they're not doing anything. The British are completely crumbling here. Oh, their morale has collapsed. The Seleucid Empire doing a good job at holding everything together so far. But the SBQR just collapsed. Well done to Gaul here for holding it together. These chosen swordsmen might have just won the day, and the SBQR just cannot stand their own ground here. They're all routing. I now understand why this file is called Chosen Swordsmen. This was an epic stand by them here. This battle was won by Gaul. And I also want to credit that big, heroic Brutii cavalry charge as well. And for Julii early on getting those easy snipes as well. But they did overextend a little too much. A load of generals have died. I think the British general went there. We saw another general go. I'm assuming the Gallic general is still alive. Yeah, he's a bit further to the back. But I think the Gauls did it. I think they did it, of course. They had help. But I think you cannot deny the Gauls did epic in this battle. I am very impressed. And then the Parthians come in to destroy this final pocket of SBQR troops here. Yeah, causing another rout there. The Seleucids are still in it, and the Seleucids could still turn this battle around. It still could go either way, because it's Rome Total War morale. You never know how this could go. But Gaul is showing no sign of wanting to retreat here. They are holding down to the last man, literally. Some of these have like 10 men left in them, but they're still holding. Britain breaking again. Yeah, Britain didn't do much in this battle, unfortunately. The Cataphracts charge in here. Gaul has really nothing left. They've got a lot of banners, but no troops in those banners. Getting charged in the back as well, but despite all of that, they're still eager to fight. Their morale, by some miracle, is still holding. They're breaking the Seleucid Empire. They've surrounded the Seleucid general. And I think they're going to win it. The Seleucid general died there, and then that's it for the Seleucid Empire. Well done to the Gauls there. Their morale was impeccable. It was the morale of the chosen swordsmen, I think, that won that battle. That was the most important thing that we saw in this one. The morale of the chosen swordsmen. Well done to them. The other side admits defeat. Wow, incredible. 1,845 kills. And they still had a decent force remaining. They took a lot of losses though. Yeah, that SBQR army, that was the one that got that overextended early. That kind of messed it up for the rest of their side there in that battle. Well done, Royer, 35. Well done to him. And that Brute TI cavalry charge as well also did a lot. We're seeing the Brute TI stats here now. Yeah, every unit getting some good use out of them. That's good. Anyway, check out the OBG Discord, linked down below if you want to take part in any events like this, tournaments, stuff like that. But for now, hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.